and welcome to another history special. And you join me in the German city of Nuremberg. And in this video I'm going to take a walk around what used to be the old rally grounds for the Nazi Party and see what remains of the structures and the buildings that they built. I'm starting with the building just ahead of me. This is the Ehrenhalle, or Hall of Honour, and it was built in 1930 to designs by the architect Fritz Mayer. And it was built as a memorial to the 9,855 soldiers from Nuremberg who fell in the First World War. The Nazis primarily used this site to commemorate the 16 people from the Hitler push, or the so-called martyrs of the National Socialist Movement. This occurred in Munich on the 9th of November 1923 at the Feldherrenhall in the city centre. Approximately 2,000 people marched on the hall, and they were confronted by a police cordon. And in the struggles that followed, 16 Nazi Party members were killed, along with 4 police officers. Adolf Hitler himself was there that night, and he escaped into the countryside to avoid capture. But the authorities soon caught up with him, and he was arrested and charged with treason. As a result, he spent 264 days in Landsberg prison. That's the prison I visited just a few days ago. Behind me you can see on the wall a commemoration to those who died in the First World War, those people from Nuremberg. And it's quite an interesting structure. Must have been incredible when the Nazi parties were holding their event here. Stand just here and look down towards a sea of people. Today it's quite peaceful. It's part of a park here in Nuremberg. But it's nice that this monument has survived as a remnants to part of Germany's history. But just across the way from here is the second part, or another part, of the rally grounds. So let's go and take a look over there and see what survives from the Nazi Party era. Just across the road from the Ehrenhalle is the Doku Zentrum, or the Documentation Centre, and it holds all the records for the Nazi Party from 1933 to 1945. It's also a museum as well, and it seems to be undergoing a little renovation. But when I came to Nuremberg 4 years ago, I did visit the museum there, and it was absolutely fascinating inside. So I'll leave you some photographs from today and from the interior a few years ago to show you what it's like inside. really is fascinating walking through the exhibits in the museum. So I'll have to go there again on another visit. I think my entrance fee was €6. I was hoping to go and visit today, but obviously I can't. So let's head on a little further and try and find the Zeppelin Field and the location where Adolf Hitler once stood. We're having a walk around the side of the lake and the Congress Hall. That's that huge building just behind the Doku Zentrum. The hall was unfinished, and had it been finished, it could have held about 5,000 people. Quite a magnificent structure, designed by Albert Speer. Took his inspiration from the Colosseum in Rome. What a fantastic structure it is. This is the Große Straße, or the wide road. Again, it was designed by Albert Speer. This road is actually on an alignment with the Kaiserberg at the northern end of the city of Nuremberg. And now let's walk a little further along the road here and try and find the Zeppelin Field, one of the larger structures that remain from the Nazi era. And this is the Zeppelin Field. It's called the Zeppelin Field because a Zeppelin airship landed here in 1909 and just got the nickname of the Zeppelin Field. And it's still called the Zeppelin Field today. And this magnificent structure here where the Nazi Party held their rallies. This is where Adolf Hitler famously stood up and gave all those speeches to the thousands of people who would have been out there on the parade ground listening to him. Must have been one incredible sight to see. Wow. And it still survived today. There used to be a swastika on the top of the building that got destroyed in 1945 when the Americans came here. They blew it up. But just looking around me, really is, just imagine all the people there being addressed by the Führer and listening to what he had to say. Quite amazing, really. What an incredible structure. So let's walk round and go to the podium where Adolf Hitler gave those speeches. And here we are, up on the top of the grandstand and the podium where Adolf Hitler made his speeches. Let's go and climb these steps. There we go, and climb up to the top. Absolutely fantastic here. Just imagine standing here, looking out over the parade ground. Tens of thousands of people there, all listening to the words of one man, and all the others that gave speeches up here as well. Absolutely incredible. Looking forward at the steps and the big door at the end, where those who are making the speeches would have walked through, down the steps to this podium, and above the door would have been the swastika. It was the symbol of the Nazi Party, and that symbol destroyed in 1945. It's quite amazing standing here, really. The view has changed so much over the last 75 years since the Nazis held their rallies here. And today, instead of being a parade ground, it's like football pitches and a football stadium, which I think is home to the Nuremberg Rams. But there we go. Little tour of the remains that are survived from the Nazi Party era here in Nuremberg. Hope you've enjoyed this video. There are other history specials on my channel for you to watch on a variety of subjects and locations. Thanks for watching.